Hey guys, this is the first installment of a countdown leading to December 19th, which is the day the Electoral College gathers to cast votes that matter, and a cartoon is formally elected President of the United States of America. I wouldn't be harping on this except everybody else is, and trying to stay relevant is kind of a compulsion of mine. What I would really love to do right now is to recreate my own golden days of yore, make my Yuletide gay, stuff like that. But Trump and the news surrounding his transition are straight up spiriticide. And I coined that word.
If I become president, we're going to be saying Merry Christmas at every store. Every store.
That sounds god-awful, and this is coming from a guy who loves Christmas. You know, store personnel talk too much as it is. Just commission-seeking fiends following you around. May I help you? With their faux smiles. May I help you? No. Does it look like I need help? Go help a DAPL protester or something, I don't know. Hey guys, let me apologize in advance for jumping into abortion so early in the series. I know it's heavy. I did want to point out that Texas is joining Louisiana, Arkansas, and Indiana and calling for funerary services for aborted fetuses. The Texas law wouldn't apply to miscarriages that happen at home, unlike the Indiana law that our VP-elect Mike Pence signed earlier this year, which would require women who have miscarriages at home to take fetal remains to go get them buried or cremated, so as to preserve the abstract concept of the dignity of an unborn child in legislators' minds. One bit of solace for the women who are legally bound to provide funerals for their medical waste is Mike Pence's face, which screams, sorry for your loss. I mean, that is a face built for funerals, if I ever saw one. So Trump has made some appointments that should be pretty alarming to people who are hip to climate change being real and white nationalism being bad. For more on that, I encourage you to read my Facebook news feed, which covers pretty much everything that is currently wrong. In this installment, I want to focus on Trump's diversity hires, which I think are loosely based on Reagan's picks. That's my theory. Call me human, but I don't know, I get a kick out of seeing patterns and things. All right, here it goes. Elaine Chao, soon to be Secretary of Transportation, is married to Mitch McConnell, making her the second woman in that position to be married to a Senate Majority Leader. The first, Elizabeth Dole, was appointed by Reagan. Ronald Reagan had a token black Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Trump wants one, but Ben Carson hasn't accepted the offer yet because he's unqualified. I wonder what Reagan would think about that. Trump chose Nikki Haley, a daughter of Indian immigrants, who was the first ever woman to be elected governor of South Carolina, to be UN ambassador. First ever woman to serve as UN ambassador was Jean Kirkpatrick, who was appointed by Reagan. Okay. Between you and me, I haven't really been feeling myself lately. I'm starting to think that maybe this wasn't the best time to take on this project, and I haven't told anyone this. I think I might have election fatigue. I was actually about to cancel this countdown, but then I saw DJT's new tweet about last night's SNL, and I realized I have to keep doing this. I have to pull myself together and be the fourth estate for my thousands of followers. I have to be a role model to our president-elect. Donald, listen to me. There's this guy that I work with that does impersonations of me. Raphael, what are you doing? Is that supposed to be me? And do you know what I do? I just let him do his thing. It's good. I did try to get him written up one time, but all it did was make me look bad, and it took me forever to get my coworkers to talk to me again, So as I'm sure you've heard, a Christmas miracle came early. The Army Corps of Engineers announced that the DAPL will be rerouted. This is a big win for indigenous and environmental activists, and also everyday people who are into the idea of democracy being more than just money and elections that run on a 229-year-old operating system. So this one goes out to human spirit, and also Christmas spirit if you're into that. To each his own spirit. Jesus, Mary Joseph, that is what a doctor ordered to the day. This should go without saying, but DAPL protesters, you should stay vigilant, because come January 20th, a 70-year-old man who has been called a present-day Andrew Jackson will be sworn into office. I don't know if you felt it through whatever device you're watching this video on, but the room was wet with spirit, and now it's just bone dry. I mentioned Inauguration Day, and it got really arid in here. Recently I was told to stop saying that art will flourish under Trump, and I did, even though I don't really like being told what to do by the news. That said, I've been reading liberal media for years, and I've never resented it enough to actually want an orange salesman to have the nuclear codes. I do, however, think that we could all benefit from less parental headlines. And I think the media has probably used the word racist to the point where it's kind of lost its effect, which is bad because we need that word in a country where the guy who gunned down Walter Scott just scored a hung jury. My humble suggestion is that journalists either come up with a bunch of nuanced labels for people with specific intolerances, or they just let readers decide for themselves how dark other people's hearts are. I just thought about the last thing I said, and I want to make it very clear that that was not a dog whistle lecture about identity politics. I would not touch on that as, a privileged SWM. I don't feel insensitive in the least, but I can't be 100% positive, so that's just not something I'm going to discuss with you.